Hey Jack, you want to say good morning? Hey, come here and say good morning. Good boy, Jack. Good boy. So, good morning, friends. Jack sort of said good morning, but not really. But anyway, good morning. For Bible study, I've started teaching the book of Revelation, and last week we only covered 8 verses, but in those 8 verses, there's a phrase in there that, or Jesus or God identifies himself as something twice in just those 8 verses. And the phrase that he identifies himself with is the God who was and who is to come. And I've just been thinking about that as a source of encouragement to those of us who are kind of discouraged and struggling a little bit. When we're in the midst of a really difficult and hard time, we become extremely focused on the present, right now, right here. And at the same time, we kind of begin to, whether it's conscious or not, we begin to doubt whether God's listening to us or whether he is really at work, right? And the assurance we have from that phrase, that God who was and who is to come, it's a reminder to us. Has God always been faithful to us in the past? And I think we'd all have to agree, yes, he has. And does he promise great things for us in the future, especially if we persevere through hard things? Yeah, he does, In James, it talks about the crown of life that God gives to those who loves him. So that's James 1:12, in case you're wondering. And then, the God who is. God is at work. We don't always understand it. We don't always... Sometimes, it won't be years before we really understand. Or maybe we won't even understand at all, really, to be honest. But the point is, he is at work, even if we don't see or feel him. So, especially if you're going through a really hard time, even if you're not going through a hard time, I would encourage us all to slow down, take a deep breath, and meditate on the fact that we serve a God who was, and who is to come. He's a great God. He's at work, and he's at work for our benefit and for his glory. And let's trust that and believe that and hold on to that. And I hope that's a source of encouragement to you today. And listen, hey, it's the weekend. Today's the longest day of the year. So anyway, just interesting tidbit. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And remember above all else that God is good all the time, everywhere.